I need you to watch this the next time that you get a temptation to go back to pornography and masturbation, because this could be the very video that helps you get over that next temptation. Now, first things first, let's go over what scripture has to say about temptation. Now, 1 Corinthians 10:13 says this: "No temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. God is faithful, and he will not let you be tempted beyond your ability. But with the temptation, he will also provide the way of escape that you may be able to endure it." So, what does God tell us about temptation? God tells us that he will never tempt us beyond what we can bear. We need to keep that in mind, that no matter how strong the temptation is, no matter how much you want to go back to porn and masturbation and lust, the temptation will never be enough to where it's impossible for you to go away from it. And what does God tell us at the end of 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13? He says, he will also provide the way of escape for you, that you may be able to endure it. So not only will God never tempt us, right, or God doesn't tempt us, right, but not only will God never allow temptation to be so bad to where you can't overcome it, to where it's physically impossible to not overcome it, but he will also, right, provide a way of escape for you. So if you're thinking right now, man, this temptation is too much, this temptation is too much, I'm just going to go to it because I'm never going to be able to overcome it. That's not biblical. That is not biblical at all. Every single temptation that you get, no matter how strong it is, there is always a way out, and God will always provide a way of escape for you. And I truly believe that now that you're watching this video right now, you are taking a step in the right direction to gain freedom from pornography and masturbation. You're taking a step in the right direction to gain freedom from any temptation. I also want to read to you another verse here in the book of James. James chapter 1, verse 12. "Blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial. When he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life which God has promised for those who love him." Every single time we conquer temptation, every single time we are tempted to go into sin and we don't go into sin, that produces steadfastness, that produces character, that produces, amazing things within our life. And God sees your obedience. God sees you doing great things when you go ahead and resist the temptation to go to sin. So I want to encourage you, because the book of James chapter 1, verse 12, "Blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial. For when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life which God has promised to those who love him." I want to walk you through a 4-step process that is guaranteed to eliminate any temptation that comes your way. So I want to walk you through it right now. And this has been proven to help hundreds of men that I've helped to overcome pornography and masturbation, and to overcome this urge, this temptation to go back to porn and masturbation, no matter how much that you want to go back to it. Now, the number one thing I want you to do right now, listen up. If you're doing other things, I want you to give me your full undivided attention, especially if you're having a temptation right now. Stop whatever you're doing. Number one, reaffirm to yourself, why are you doing this to begin with? Maybe you're a husband. Maybe you're doing this for your wife. Maybe you're doing this for your future wife, your future children. Maybe you already have children, for your son, for your daughter. You don't want them to know that you are a man that goes to pornography and masturbation. Maybe, a strong why of yours is because, you want to have a stronger relationship with God. Maybe a strong why for you is because you want to have that family in the future. Maybe a strong why for you is because you don't want to support the porn industry and the human trafficking that goes on inside there. Maybe a strong why for you is because you just know deep down inside that this is not what you're supposed to be doing. Whatever that why is, remember that right now. Repeat it within your head. A lot of times we always think to ourselves, why shouldn't I go to pornography and masturbation? But we never think to ourselves, what are the consequences that happen if I do go back to pornography and masturbation? So think to yourself, what has happened in the past when you've gone to porn and masturbation, even though you didn't really want to go to porn and masturbation? That guilt and shame swipes over you. You feel terrible afterwards. You get set back in your spiritual journey. Whatever happens after a relapse, remember that right now. And remember the truth. The truth is that pornography will never benefit you in any single way possible, no matter what you've come up with in your mind, no matter what devil is trying to tempt you right now, no matter what, you're thinking about right now, this or this. Pornography and masturbation will never, ever, ever benefit you. It'll only set you back on your journey. I want you to remember that. Number 2, take a couple deep breaths. Do it with me. Look around. You're okay right now. You are okay. You're watching this video. You're on the step to getting free from this temptation, getting free from pornography and masturbation. You are okay right now. I want you to know that. Tell yourself that right now. I am okay. I am okay. God is with me. God is with me. Remember 1 Corinthians 10:13. God will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. Remember that. God will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. You are okay right now. You are protected by God right now. And he's seeing right now, is my child going to be obedient and not go to pornography and masturbation? Or is he going to go and fall into sin? It's your choice right now. But if you've gone through this, this video so far, I know that you are on the right path. So I want to encourage you to keep on going. Know that you're okay. Take a couple deep breaths. Okay. The third thing I want you to do right now is to get outside your environment. How did Joseph overcome temptation when he was tempted to sleep with Potiphar's wife? He left the scene. He fled the scene. The Bible tells us time in and time out, flee sexual temptation. Flee right now. Get out of your environment. If you're in your room right now, if you're in your office, if you're in your house, you're in your apartment, wherever you are, take off right now. Get outside your environment right now, because the longer that you stay in this environment that you're in right now, that where you got tempted, the more of a likelihood it is for you to actually go back to pornography and masturbation. So flee right now. Get outside of your environment. If you're watching this on your phone, take your phone outside. Keep on listening to it, but get outside of your environment right now. I get this a lot. Sometimes people's areas are snowy or it's super cold outside. Get in your car. Whatever you have to do, I don't care. You got to go outside. It's super cold. What would you rather do? Stay outside in the cold or go back to pornography and masturbation? For me, the answer is simple. I'd rather stay in the cold for as long as I have to not go back to porn and masturbation, because that is how detrimental it is to one's life. Now, the fourth and final thing that I want you to do right now is call someone. Call someone right now. Text someone. Text your accountability partner. Text someone. Call someone. Let someone know about this, because once you tell other people, right? Because I can't really hold you accountable right now, because I don't know when you're watching this. I don't know what's going on. I don't know about this. I don't know about that. This is not true accountability. But you calling someone right now, you sending a text to someone right now, that is true accountability. That is true accountability. Because the likelihood of you going to porn and masturbation, especially when you've already texted someone or already called someone on the phone, is very, very low. So if you do these 4 things right now, and hopefully you've been following along this whole entire video, don't just sit there and watch, especially if you're being tempted with pornography and masturbation. That's the last thing that I want you to do right now. Please take action in all 4 of these steps so that you can go ahead and overcome the temptation for porn and masturbation. And hopefully, guys, this went ahead and helped you. Go ahead and listen to this as many times as you want to. Listen to this as many times as you want to. Go through this entire process as many times as you want to. But watch this every single time that you get tempted for porn and masturbation, because this is guaranteed. If you actually take action on this video, and don't just sit there. If you actually take action on this video, this is guaranteed to help you overcome temptation for porn and masturbation. But God is with you. Remember, God is with you. If God is for us, who can be against us? Romans chapter 8. Remember that God is for you. He will never allow you to be tempted beyond what you can bear. And then hopefully, guys, this went ahead and motivated you. This went ahead and inspired you to continue to stay porn free, to continue to help you overcome your lust. Stay tuned for more videos in the future. And lastly, guys, if you can't seem to quit pornography and masturbation, you're like, oh, no matter what I tried, I always kind of go back to porn and masturbation. I always fall victim to my lust. Click the first link in my description. I filmed I can't talk right now, but I filmed a 10-minute video, I think a little bit less than 10 minutes, a 10-minute video walking you through how I've helped hundreds of men quit pornography and masturbation in 2023 alone. So go ahead and click that video below if you need more help and join us within the TRF program. But guys, that's pretty much it for me. Hopefully this motivated you. Drop a like. I'll see you guys later.